In India, when you tell a story, you always add a little masala.
Sudha?
Okay, so we didn't die.
Do you understand the gravity of your situation?
Why are we even here?
Sudha, Mahesh, Bhanu, Kamal, and Vinod.
Welcome to America, Pradeeps.
It's Pradeeps. We're the Pradeeps.
Welcome to the show, Sahana and Sindhu. I'm Namita, and I represent NRI Pulse. And this is an Atlanta-based news publication. So this is like perfect fit. You are playing NRIs. I'm representing NRI Pulse.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, you know, what stands for, Sahana, this question for you, NRI stands for?
No, I don't. Never really in Indian.
It's
I think you can
non-resident
help.
Indian.
What is it?
I'm an NRI, non-resident Indian.
Non-resident Indian. Okay.
Non-resident Indian. That's me.
So I binge watched all the episodes and it was amazing. I could relate on so many levels with you, Sindhu. You know, when I came to US, I couldn't able to work for 2-3 years because I didn't have work visa. And I had the same identity crisis which you had in the show, and the resentment against my husband. So, and also I was actually reading your Wikipedia. You're from University of Delhi.
Yeah.
I'm from University of Delhi.
What college did you go to?
First, you tell me.
I asked first, so you're gonna have to.
Okay, yeah. It's Venkateshwara, Venki.
Oh, you went to Venki, but that was the South Campus.
Yeah.
I was North Campus. I was Hindu, hence Sindhu from Hindu, which is what everyone.
Ah, okay. There's so many level of similarities. So let's dive in and talk about the Pradeeps and Pittsburgh. So my first question to you, Sindhu, is you when you were preparing for the role, did you take your NRI challenges into the role as well?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no, in the sense that the main NRI challenges that I faced were that my idea of what kids should do and teenage daughters should do and how much they should listen to me. Obviously, my daughter in the show wasn't doing it, and I didn't have to act to feel upset. I was like, this is upsetting me.
Yeah. So
I had that very Indian and very NRI. You know, NRIs, we carry so much of India in us. So we haven't lived here and tried to assimilate since birth and said, I don't look like everyone else. When we show up, we're like, I'm not like everyone else.
yeah.
These are the parts of me that I will share with you, and I will work here, and I'll come to your parties and I'll drink alcohol, and that's fine. My parents did, that's okay. But there's these things I will not do.
Yeah.
And on that list, kids and how they're allowed to function in the world or answer me back or whatever, that's not on that list.
It's moments like this that really bring a family together. But we are not that family.
I'll admit, this time there was some light grinding.
So that was a big struggle for me, raising kids here. And in the show, it was a struggle. And so I was like, yeah, this is difficult. This is difficult. And work-wise, I didn't have that because I came to the UK with a work visa. I wasn't married or anything, so I didn't issue, But
So I was Sudha basically. I was playing you. I was more Sudha. Okay, Sahana, over to you. You were born and brought up in US. So how did you prepare for your role? Because you are playing a teenager immigrant from India.
No mother should have to go through the horror of what I had just witnessed.
Yeah. Well, personality and experience-wise, I didn't want to make. I didn't want to be like, oh, look at Banu. She's so different from a teenager that you would see. I mean, there's, especially with like TikTok now, like everyone's kind of seeing the same trends everywhere. Everyone's very aware of like what's in and what isn't, and I have cousins in India who are like quoting the same references and memes as I am. And so that was more so just me kind of being myself and like reflecting on how I felt as a teenager growing up in America. And truly the only big difference was like the accent, and that was with training and talking to Sindhu and other people on set to sort of make that believable. I think like when I was little, English was not my first language, so I kind of had an Indian accent, but also kind of Southern because I'm from Texas, and also kind of Valley Girl because that's the kind of like on TV and movies, that's how you sounded, like very like this, so it was like a crazy accent. So I kind of related to just feeling like a fish out of water in that way. And so I guess that's kind of how I prepared for the role.